What's up, guys? Eli here, back for a new stuff video. I got a pretty cool stack of CDs that includes actually what I would consider a holy grail. So I'm really happy to talk about these. And besides that, there's some classic shit here. I also have some horror movies and some toys. Because what else are you gonna do when you're 40 years old? I don't know. So I've been messing around obviously with camera angles and lighting and everything. I hope this video isn't too light. My face looks really fucking pale, but I think that's just how I look. So anyways, we'll start off with the CDs because music is what we like the most, right? So this first one, this is an all-time classic that you might be surprised that I never owned. I've listened to it dozens of times over the years. I just never owned a physical copy, so it took me a long time to remedy that. But anyways, we're going to talk about the fourth full-length album from Texas's Absu with the mighty Tara. This came out in 2001, originally on Osmos Productions. I have the Olympic Recordings version. Yes, so like I said, their fourth full-length album. This is kind of everything Absu were working towards. I feel like this is the album they were destined to make, and I dare even say that is kind of like their peak. I love everything they did before this, and I love everything they've done since then. But I do feel like they kind of artistically peaked on this one. It's a fantastic album. It is considered by most fans to be their best album, and by a lot of people, it's considered to be one of the best metal albums of all time. I would actually agree with that myself. Next we have, this originally came out in 1997 on Osmos Productions. I have the 2005 Black Lotus Records version. We're talking about the Ancient Pride EP from Necromancha. This came out sometime after their second full-length album. And yeah, did I show that? Obviously Necromancha, classic Greek black metal band. As far as I know, probably the first black metal band to ditch guitars and just use bass instead. They did that on their first album anyways. Not my preferable sound for black metal, but they made it really fucking cool and they pulled it off. This next one, this came out last year. This is a Canadian black metal band. This is their third album. They've been getting a lot of talk over the last couple of years. I've listened a little bit here and there, and I thought they're pretty good, but I never really, I kind of have to buy something sometimes to really give something, the time and the dedication that it needs. So I decided to finally pull the trigger in this band, Spectral Wound, with the Diabolic Curse, Profound Lore Records. Definitely one of the most talked about black metal albums of last year. And like I said, I've heard some of their stuff in the past. I never really was blown away by it, but I figure, like I said, I gotta buy something and to really delve into it and to really appreciate it. So I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm excited. Excited to give it, the time that it needs. This next one, this is going to be my my holy grail of the video, because this is something I've wanted for a long time. It's something that doesn't come up often for a good price, and I did get a pretty decent price on this, and it's an original pressing and all that good stuff. We're talking about 1997's EP from Soulstepher. Till Valhalla. This is this is their first official release. This came out after their debut demo. This was back when Soulstepher were still, very much a black metal band. They hadn't become yet what they are now. To me, Soulstepher, even when they were playing black metal, they always did it kind of like their own unique way. Even playing, a raw type of black metal, it was very, classy sounding. I always thought their stuff sounded sophisticated and their debut demo. I mean, it sounds like Burzum, but if Varg was a decent musician, is kind of what it sounds like. This moves a little bit away from that. They're starting to get a little bit more unique sounding, but it's still total raw black metal, and it is great. And we'll talk more about this band in the future, but this is just a band that I've been liking more and more and more, and we're almost to the point where, they're one of my favorite bands. So really happy to have that. I didn't think I would ever really have a copy, and yeah, pretty stoked. While we're talking about Soulstepher, we might as well bring up their 2020 album that I totally overlooked. I knew about it. For some reason, I just didn't pick it up. I don't know why. I have since remedied that, so we've got Endless Twilight of Codependent Love on Season of Mist Records. I've listened to this once so far, and I think it's safe to say this easily could have been in my top 5 of 2020, maybe even my number 1. That's how good this is. Really glad to have it. Obviously, if you've kept up with Soulstepher, they haven't played black metal in a long time. They've been more of like they're just Soulstepher now. They're they don't play any genre specifically. Elements of post rock and heavy metal, and I don't know what else, but they're fucking amazing. And I'm really bummed with myself for overlooking this album, but whatever. I have it now, so. And while we're on the topic of Soulstepher, I had to get this, and it is killer. It came out last year. I didn't get it last year, obviously. I didn't get it until just now, but had I got this last year, this probably would have made my top 5 of 2021. We're talking about the debut album from that Bastardur from Season of Mist Records. This is Addy from Soulstepher, basically doing like a crust punk grind hardcore type band. And which I'm not huge on any of those genres, but this is absolutely killer. It's catchy, it's brutal, it's great. It's really fucking good. Go figure. You get a guy from Soulstepher making a crust record, and of course it just being almost perfect. I don't listen to a lot of crust, so I've actually been kind of talking to my more punk-oriented friends about this album. Like, what do you guys think? You guys are more into this, these genres than I am. I'm not even that well versed, but it doesn't really matter because I really, really do love this album. It's kind of like fans of Motorhead, I think, would dig this. I would definitely say Wolf Brigade. I think if you like Wolf Brigade, you definitely could get into this. Maybe there's a little bit of Napalm Death in there, and definitely, like it says on the hype sticker, Sephir from Sweden. If you like Sephir, I think you definitely get into this. But yeah, if you're into crust and hardcore and stuff like that, check this out. Let me know what you think. But it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I think it's amazing. I got a couple more. This is just a random comp that I found at a local store. This came out in 2007? Yeah, 2007 from Heavy Artillery Records, which they're not a label anymore. They were kind of like a thrash label out of New York, but I got the Speed Kills Again comp. I remember there was a Speed Kills a predecessor to this. I never did get it. This pretty much kind of hones in on that, thrash metal revival that was going on at the time. And I will say, I didn't really dig a lot of those bands, but some of them I did. And this is just kind of a nice throwback to, just that period of time. That weird thrash revival. But anyway, it's got Merciless Death, Avenger of Blood, Enforcer, Toxic Holocaust, Hatred, and Warbringer. Not a big Warbringer fan. Hatred are cool. I like Toxic Holocaust. Enforcer, not really a thrash band, but they're good. And Avenger of Blood and Merciless Death are some of the better bands out of that whole scene. But yeah, it's cool. I think I got it for $3. So Speed Kills Again. And last of the music, last but not least, we have this 25th anniversary Toto live in Amsterdam. If you followed me for, however long, I absolutely love Toto. I try to think if I have any Toto live albums. I might. I don't know. I might not. But this is when So the lineup on this, when did this come out, by the way? This came out in 2003. So the lineup, you got Bobby Kimball on vocals, who, for me, Bobby Kimball's by far the best singer they ever had. You have Mike Porcaro when he was still alive. You got the mighty Simon Phillips on drums. And of course, David Paich, keyboards and vocals. And you also have John Jessel. These are additional musicians, not Toto members. John Jessel on vocals and keyboards, and Tony Spinner, vocals and guitar. And obviously, I totally didn't. Steve Lukather, of course, on guitar and vocals, kind of the band leader. But yeah, I haven't heard this yet, but I'm stoked to listen. Should be a lot of fun. It's a pretty good set list, I will say. It's got some of the usual suspects with it. It's got some stuff on here that I actually wouldn't necessarily have expected them to pull out. So yeah, it should be a fun one. So that's all the CDs we got, but some great stuff in there. I hope you agree. Moving on to the movies. I only have a few this time. A little bit of a break. I know I don't get views for movies, but I've just been obsessed lately. I've been actually watching more movies, spending more time with movies than music lately, and it's just the mood that I'm in. Picked this up. This came out on Sanctuary Records back in 2003, and I do remember this coming out, but I'd never really planned on getting it, but it's I'm glad I have it. Black Sabbath, Never Say Die, live DVD. This recorded live in 1978. I like Never Say Die. I like it quite a bit, actually. It's not a top 5 Sabbath album for me. It might not even be a top 10, but I do like it. Pretty good set list, mostly earlier stuff. The only songs from Never Say Die would be like the title track. You got Dirty Women and Rock and Roll Doctor. So really only three songs from that album, which is never a good sign when a band tours on a specific album and they don't hardly play anything from it. But I don't know. Like I said, I do like the album. I always have. It's not one of my favorites, but I do think it's good. And I still listen to this day from time to time. So we got this movie here. I only really recently become even aware of it. I'd never heard of it until like the other day. It's a Stuart Gordon movie. Stuart Gordon's one of my absolute favorite directors, and I've been trying to get everything that he's worked on in some shape or form. So we have Edmund. This came out in 2005. William H. Macy, Julia Stiles. Remember Julia Stiles? What happened to her? She was in like every movie in the early 2000s. Every movie. She was in all of them. So yeah, I don't really know anything about this movie, but I'm stoked to watch it. William H. Macy's great. Stuart Gordon's great. Should be good. I got this. I had seen this at the store, Walmart actually, and I kind of had debated whether or not I should pick it up. Ultimately, obviously, I did pick it up, and I couldn't be happier with it. We got the Bombs, Babes, and Blockbusters of Canon Films. It's a 10-pack DVD collection from the mighty Canon Films. You'll know from the 80s and 90s, they cranked out literally dozens, maybe even hundreds of action movies. They were absolutely insane. It's a very nice set. You pull the slipcase off, looks the same underneath, and then you open it up, and it's just doesn't have a booklet or anything, but it's just got individual discs. One thing that it does come with, in addition to 10 action movies, it has Electric Boogaloo: The Wild Untold Story of Canon Films. So a documentary on Canon Films, which I've already watched, and it is really entertaining. Anyway, so what do you get? What movies do you get? I keep mentioning 10 movies. What are they? So you got Missing in Action, Chuck Norris from 1984, classic. Invasion USA, 1985, Chuck Norris. 1986, Cobra, Sylvester Stallone. 1986, also The Delta Force, Chuck Norris. 1987, Masters of the Universe, Dolph Lundgren. Over the Top, 1987, Stallone. Bloodsport, 88, with obviously Van Damme. The Hitman, Chuck Norris, 91. I've actually not seen that. I haven't seen like the 90s Chuck Norris movies. And then 94, you have Hellbound with Chuck Norris. Also haven't seen that. So really, really cool set. I didn't have any of these movies, so I'm glad to have that. And then we get a couple movies from the A24 Studios, which is the studio that's really been coming on my radar, which I'm sure I'm years too late to the party, but goddamn, everything I've seen from them so far has just kind of blown my mind, to be honest. This movie here came out last year, and I did watch it already, and I thought this was fucking fantastic. We're talking about Saint Maud. Holy shit. One of the better horror movies I've seen in recent years. Definitely check this one out. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal. I'm not really going to go into like the synopsis or anything. Maybe, okay, I'll take a minute. You basically have this girl who's she works in the medical field. It doesn't really ever show exactly what happened, but she has some kind of a past where she, I don't know, she fucked something up, and I think she could like cause a patient to die or something like that. So she basically moved on to try to make a new start from herself, but while still working in the medical profession. I think she moved to like a different town. And it seems like in the movie, like she changed her name to try to get past that. So she decides to become like a home caregiver, and so she has this client, and she kind of becomes obsessed with the client, and because of everything that's happened to her in the past, she's become like crazy religious, and she thinks she can talk to God, and she thinks that she has the ability to save people's souls, and she literally at one point she truly believes that she is a saint. So basically, definitely a tale of religious dementia. Basically, really fucking good. Don't miss out on that one. And the other movie from A24 Studios, I've been wanting to get this. This came out, let's see, in 2019. I've been wanting to get it or just see it in general ever since then. We're talking about Midamar. Obviously, you've heard of this. This movie's gotten lots of talk, and I don't know anyone that's seen it that didn't love this movie. So, obviously, if you haven't seen the movie, I've only seen the trailer, and I can already say that it seems very very Wicker Man-esque, and I think that was totally intentional. But it looks really cool. I'm so stoked to watch it. I think I'll watch it tonight, actually. Directed from Ari Aster, who did Hereditary. I really loved Hereditary, so yeah, really excited to see what he does next. Yeah, I think he's got a hell of a career up ahead. All right, that's the most of it. I just have a couple toys I was going to show you guys. So I think a couple of you guys are into collecting toys and stuff, like I am. These are just random things I picked up. I got this NECA Ghostface action figure. Looks awesome. Obviously, I'm gonna take him out. I just haven't done it yet. Comes with this really cool art print that I'm definitely gonna keep. There you go. You're starting to see a lot of Scream stuff around. I think in preparation for the new Scream movie that comes out soon, which is okay with me. Yeah, I love shit NECA does. I got this mega on sale. It was normally $35, and I would have never paid that for it. So, really happy to get that at a nice price. And I decided to continue my my He-Man collection. This is my third action figure from this newer He-Man series. I picked up Mosquitor. This is considered a deluxe figure, so he costed a little bit more money, not much, a couple bucks more. I don't know what makes him deluxe. I guess he comes with some extra shit. He comes with an extra head and an extra hand and some other stuff. Yeah, very cool. There's the back. I didn't know if I was going to get any more after those initial two, but I decided I'm definitely going to get what's his name? Skeletor's cat that he has. He's got that cat that he rides around on. I got to get him, and I was thinking about getting He-Man and his battle cat as well. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind getting a Castle Grayskull. What would I do with it? I don't know, but if I see it out, I'll probably buy it. And I think if I could find him, I'm gonna get Buzzsaw Hordak. I want to get that dude, and I don't know. Maybe I'll pick up some of the good guys. We'll see. But I'm really happy to have Mosquito. I'll take them out of their packages. You know, maybe next time I'll show them out of the box if anyone wants to see that. So, anyways, guys, that's it. That's all I got. My next video is probably going to be an album review because I already have one recorded. I just need to upload it. And yeah, lots of cool ideas in the works. Just need to keep working on them, get them recorded, get them uploaded. But anyways, as usual, I appreciate your guys' ongoing support. I know some of the videos that I do on here aren't really everyone's cup of tea, but those of you that have stuck with me, I've said this before, but I really appreciate you guys. I only really do this to talk to you guys. You know, I've never set out to become a popular channel by any fucking means. But yeah, anyways, I gotta go. Louis says hello. He's taking a nap down here, and thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll talk soon. Cheers.